Bellissimo. Is this two-tone? Yes, I'm gonna need. Ooh, get in here, get in here. Everybody get in here. Get in. Oh, it look like they got a little baby update going on. A little up dizzle. What this button do? Oh, you can do highlights. Maybe I'll highlight. Makari. Really, bro? Really? Really, bros? Can you move? Makari. Move. Thank you. Oh, okay. Move, Mercury.
Mark.
Bellissimo.
You just got all booty in the camera.
I mean, damn, Daniel. You got your whole rump shaker in the camera. Don't I want to see your body? Hey, Nita. Hey, the gifted. Hey. Y'all, hopefully, and I'm saying hopefully, this is the end of the Trapped in the Closet series. Because, Darius, I'm ready for you to be exploring Chicago, eating some Chicago food, doing some Chicago things, date nights, dates, booze, bays. I'm ready for all of that. So, hey, bro. Hey, Keita. Hey, bros. What up, though? DJ, you and Keita in the same city? Let me find out. Let me find out y'all in the same city or whatever. I'm telling you, it's me. It's me. What up, though? Yeah, I'm just eating me a quick little. I wanted my shrimp Alfredo Zatarans. Yeah. I need some hot sauce. Can you pass me the hot sauce bottle real quick? Hit the thumbs up for the 1 and the 2. I'm trying to tell you. Then I opened the closet. Then I was in the closet. Then he put me in the closet. So I opened the closet. R. Kelly was. Nobody is ever going to do a trapped in, like, nothing like that, like R. Kelly. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to give credit where credit is due. Nobody is going to ever be able to get that one off like Robert. It was, how many parts are trapped in the closet? Oh, let me find out y'all ain't had flirt. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got the charger because the tablet died on you, girl. How y'all doing on this Tuesday? I feel like this week is moving in slow motion. Anybody going to the Jazz Festival in Arizona? He was and is super creative. Yes. And I love Darius or whatever. I'm just, I'm just ready for the, not ready for it because that kind of sounds rude, but hey, Arenas. Hello. Welcome in. It's just like, how many more of these are we going to get? I'm ready for some excitement. I'm ready for some things. Some things. Oh, it wasn't dead. I thought it was dead. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You said you told me they was dragging. Just by the title, I was like, okay. Okay. But see, the only reason why I give Darius a pass is because, Arena, did I say hey? I did. And you said you subbed. And I said, thank you, Merch. I'm just making sure, child, my memory is terrible. Not you getting more views than them. The only reason why I'm okay with the, with this is because Darius has never done like, and it's not, it's not staged or thank you. Hey Tanae, thank you so much. It's not staged. It's not like that bullshit Nicole and Dalvin was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I don't mind it. But I like Darius, I'm gonna need some clothing hauls. You know what I'm saying? Tell your mom to get you that Fashion Nova deal. And don't be over here lying saying you working with Fashion Nova like Nicole, because Nicole was not working with Fashion Nova. They did not know who she was. Okay. Go ahead and be like, put in Darius and check out for 20% off. Like, that's the kind of type of content that I'm looking forward to keep it up being. But it's called Christian Parents, Gay Son. Oh, okay, this is the final talk. Okay. Praise his name. Praise him. And it said, dude, they think I'm going to hell. That's deep. Beat up. What up, though? I saw Nicole posted a video. I'll watch it when I'm laying down going to bed. You know, her videos are good nightcaps. They're the perfect thing to watch when you're ready to go to sleep. Perfect. Thank you. What we talking about? We talking about Darius. What's today? Tuesday? No, Dalvin don't upload till Wednesday. We should have waited till yesterday and do a little 2-in-1. Yes, Darius is straight to the point. Darius be like, so what you saying? Darius be like, so what you saying is, and then when you said that, because I remember when you said this. Okay. All right, y'all ready? Give me 10 fingers. Give me 10 fingers real quick. Give me 10 fingers. If y'all just joining and y'all wondering what the hell is she eating? A Zatarain's shrimp Alfredo. Yes, I did cook, but I didn't want what I cooked. I am in Nevada. I meant the thumbs up, Nita. You so silly. Y'all so silly. I meant thumbs up the video. That's why I love y'all. That's why I love y'all. All right, let's get it.
I love this question.
Oh.
Let me show you. Okay, so first you're gonna find the Stitch Fix styling quiz to send you pieces.
But we
And then
didn't.
he got to us, and he literally, I'm like, I'm 14 or something. I'm still young. I'm in middle school still, or whatever, and at the time you're not thinking anything about churches.
I don't even want to know what the other two things is doing. I don't even want to know.
He says like, you need to be in your son's life more. I can tell he hangs out with his mom or blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This and that.
Well, he said
in front of everyone
something about.
He said I specifically remember he said you need to be in my life more. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how does he know?
Right.
How you know what I'm saying? Like, how does he know how much time you spend with me? He didn't have to do any of that though. In front of everyone.
I understand.
And I knew that at 12 or 13. I was like, this is crazy.
So he wasn't telling me anything that I didn't already know.
Right.
Darius, he needs to already come out. I think he's so scared to come out. And he's like, he has been living his life for years. Like,
it's called Christian Parents, Gay Son, the final talk.
He has been himself.
Hey, what's down, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Darius, and this video is for the grass. I really wanted to make this clip because I kind of get right into it with my parents right away. And there's no like intro or anything like that. So please watch this full video if you have the time and if you have the interest in it. I think it's a very, very good video to watch. It has a lot of insight and a lot of things that
We're reacting to Darius Gaskin. And the video is called Christian Parents, Gay Son, the final talk. Oh, see, I'm behind, Jesus.
Family hasn't been able to say for the past couple of years. This will be the final talk, so if you have the time, please spend to watch this whole video. I think that you'll enjoy it.
And that's what we used to always say, Darius, the men don't act like that. You're supposed to do this and do that.
I don't remember you guys. I remember like 1 or 2 times you said that. I didn't think it was.
We used to always say that to you a lot.
Can y'all hear it?
Really? Well, I was not listening.
But do you remember? Yeah, you hard-headed. That's
It's
what I told you.
It's the truth that I can't. I couldn't.
Anyways,
change it
but
anyway,
what?
Okay.
And I already knew. So that's why I told you. And you told us we snatched you out of the closet.
Yes, I was. Why did you say that? Okay, so my thing was that I don't know if I told you this, but I was going to when I would go to Rockford every summer, I was going to write you guys a letter saying that I was gay, and then before we left, I was gonna be like, when we were about to leave in the car, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I forgot my headphones or something.
Do y'all think
And I was
how
like, "Oh,
easily
put it on
he's
your bed."
able to
And
be
then
like?
when I got to Rockford, at least you guys
I
would
don't
have
know.
stayed away.
You were like 8 then, though, right?
No, I was definitely a little bit older. I don't know. I can't think of the time either, but I was. I had.
Oh, no, you're
I
good.
had 12. So and I was definitely still going to Rockford.
He
So,
found out he was gay until he was 12. You right?
yeah, I didn't
know
find out
he
until I was 11 or 12.
Because he had an iPad.
Because that's when I got my iPad.
I remember.
And I had watched that video with one.
Tanae said, I get a vibe that he hasn't been out loud and proud with his parents this whole time. Like he said, but now that they're making videos about it, I see a change in Darius. Like he's more out and proud. See, I was thinking the same thing. Hey, Killer, what up, though?
Sykes on the
Not
it was a
FDKC
PSA.
Chicago.
The video is going to be my coming out video, so you'll see.
No, yeah. Well,
But it was just basically a PSA for saying like don't say the word gay as an insult. You know, people say like, oh, that's so gay or whatever. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Some people say that like, oh, that's so gay or
I would
whatever.
never say that.
But it was something like that, and I was like, at the time I was like, what is? I had never heard the word gay in my life ever.
right.
And then I had seen a whole
What?
bunch of, people saying coming out stories on the side, and they were.
When? You and Adrian about to do a video? Oh my goodness. You know, y'all was supposed to do a video years ago when y'all was first cutting up. Not years ago,
my
but
age,
months
13,
ago.
14, 15 years old. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, what is this? And so I was watching these videos, and they were talking about some, my parents, this, and that. And, like, I was scared they weren't going to love me anymore and all this other stuff. And they were like, they were all boys. They were like, because I like boys. And I was like,
Okay.
I do too. What, you guys know something that I don't know? And so then that's when I was like, oh, this is weird that all these people are having the need to come make these videos about how their parents are not going to accept them, this, and that. And I had this is why lack of representation is so bad. I had no idea that, like, with the way I didn't even know how to grasp or comprehend or understand any of it because I had no representation of people who were gay. We had nobody in our family who was gay or anything like that. So I couldn't I didn't have any reference of what that looked like or whatever until I got on YouTube and I saw other people.
You go to your phone.
That's how you found out.
Yeah, and I don't even know how I got that video of Wanda Sykes. I've never seen it since.
Wow.
But anyways, that's the only reason why I had always been gay, but I didn't know what the word was for it. I didn't think anything. I didn't know how to put words into it. I didn't think anything of it really. But yeah, so I don't know. So what else did I ask? I asked if
40.
do you ever remember having a specific conversation of like?
Not too tired of his
When did you
voice.
first have a conversation with a
Killer.
man? Because I want to know what happened like right before you guys asked me if I was gay. Why that day was so eerie because I had dress rehearsal for my high school. I mean for middle school for a show I was in, and I remember getting in the car with the black van, the black Dodge, and you were already being so like not cold, but like I could tell the aura was off on the drive home. Yeah. Almost like you had planned to ask me.
We did.
And so then I
planned to have. I think.
Is that with Rihanna?
But I didn't tell about the I didn't tell about the broke down Rihanna.
That was
Okay.
the time that
We really don't want people
Lord have mercy on me.
food like ours as spoiling their dogs. Good, real food.
you want to make that enough video?
No, I don't. Whatever. I don't know what you guys know. That's
It's
like, I'm
so
uncomfortable.
much. It's so much.
Okay, so
That's probably
don't
the
say.
video.
Yeah, that's probably the video.
Okay.
Just say what happened that day. Like, was there like a final straw? Like, why did you guys like ask?
First of all, it was to me. I felt remember that you had did Scott spell.
Okay,
You had eyeliner on, and it was a Facebook post.
Okay.
And you was in with the eyeliner. And I said, Darius, why you gotta keep the eyeliner on? You kept the eyeliner on and you would slide. All doing all this stuff and the poses and it was in the video.
Really?
Yes, and you had eyeliner on.
I remember that.
Why do you have that makeup on, eyeliner on like that? You was like, well, Mom, it's for the show. And I guess you really, it's like you was feeling it too much.
Okay, so then that was when you
To
were
me,
like,
I was like, yeah, come on, let's have.
Nate is hearing this story about this eyeliner, and Nate don't know what to do with himself. Nate is over here like, oh my God, where is the football and the basketball? What in the Vogue is this? That's how Nate looking.
Talk.
okay, so you remember this?
I remember that.
Seeing that,
Yes.
being like, okay,
Yes.
I don't remember that. So did you tell Dad? Like,
No,
what
I
happened?
didn't tell your dad. I don't even know because some of the things I cannot remember. It's very washed out. Because it's so
I
long ago.
remember her. I remember her saying something to me, and then we decided that we were gonna have a conversation. Yeah.
Was it that day, or was you had been thinking about it for like weeks or something? Because I remember.
No, Darius, I promise you, it was the Rihanna thing. We're out of town, and so we have an iPad with the family thing.
This, yes.
So the family thing, and Darius had the thing on where he was in the in my bathroom. He had.
So,
one of my
see what happened. See what happened.
He had a wig on.
Because I didn't tell anybody this.
Okay.
Listen, okay, so
This is how I, and then I came to you and I said, baby. I
This is
said,
how I remember the
yes,
conversation.
that's how it happened.
That's when I remember the conversation.
Okay, so this is a big misunderstanding. So I had a really close
Nate is
friend.
going to the prayer closet.
But anyways,
Yeah, I
I had a
remember
close
that.
friend. And we were really close. I'm trying to think of the timeline. Middle school.
Yeah, I seen it. I didn't even watch the whole thing. Hey,
and
Rosie.
One time, yeah, you guys did go out of town.
And then I came back and I said,
So our iPads or our Apple devices were all linked, right?
Yeah.
And so I was either on FaceTime with her or something like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I took one of my mom's wigs. Okay, I've never done this again, so don't try it.
I think
took
this
one
will
of my
probably
mom's wigs and I
sting
put
a
it
little.
on, and then I think I also put on your lipstick.
he had ruby red lipstick.
And,
Ruby red.
and the reason why I broke down Rihanna and not just Rihanna is because I had her wig on so weirdly.
Okay, so what he had the wig up. Because remember Rihanna used to wear her hair shaved on the sides.
I don't know if that's the reason why.
Yes, it was.
Oh, wait.
Shade up and put up in the front. So Darius had it.
Is that what you call it? Broke down
Yeah,
Rihanna?
broke
Oh,
down
sorry.
Rihanna. So I'm looking at this. So I can see my iPad. And I said, I know what in the world is going on? And the Rihanna, I knew it was Rihanna. He had the lipstick on. It was like a mohawk. And he was all in the mirror with my ruby red lipstick on. And I said, Darius.
Did you see multiple pictures or was it just one?
That specific one popped out.
What is going on?
Interesting. So first of all,
then I told your dad, and I because you went in a car, in a room, and I said,
Told me in the room.
would you like that? And then that's when we confronted.
did you show him the picture?
Yes.
And then okay, so you had seen,
And your dad was like,
and so then that is when you guys were like,
yes.
when we
That's when I got
decided
the long
to have
time
a
with you.
conversation.
Okay. See, I didn't know anything.
And then I remember we was been in the kitchen, and we had a conversation. Then you kind of cried, broke down.
That was after you had already asked me.
Right.
Yeah,
And then your daddy.
Hey, Gina.
It's okay. We accept you for who you are. You know.
Oh, you eating some barbecue? Ooh, some ribs do
So
sound
listen,
good. Yes,
I
and Nate is
didn't
probably
know.
coming to the
I
realization
assumed
that the
that
world knows
the,
now, and
the
the implications and
broke down Rihanna was
assumptions
so
that
called
come
out.
with being
She was
gay,
not the
like
inspiration. I wasn't
imagining his
at
son
all.
being
But I assumed
not the
that
girl of the
happened for a period of
relationship.
time.
No, that's why it's all. I think it's all mumbled up because it was so much.
Hello, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in.
I found out that I was gay probably when I was like 11, and then I definitely had to have been out by like 13. It was like a really short period of time. And so, okay, so that happened, and then you guys asked me or whatever. So then I was talking to Dad. We have had this conversation too before. Were you not in the basement praying immediately after for a long time?
Probably yes.
So see, that's my thing is I had specifically remembered that immediately after I came out that obviously the dynamic was weird. So you were definitely in the basement, and
Jill, I thought I read it. Hold on.
And then that's when I
Let me go
started
back
I
up.
would be talking to you about it more often.
Yeah, and then I think Darius really felt.
Oh yeah, I seen that one about her. I was attacked.
Let me water it down. So I'm just 80-20.
Yes, I told her I was 80%.
So he's like 80%. He said, I still like that girl. If you want to know,
There were girls that I thought that I had liked.
That's what
but
he
it was
tried to
just
tell me,
really-
and I already knew.
Yeah.
I already knew. But him, he's trying to conquer us. But well, it's the 80-20. And then I said, and then after he got comfortable, the boy was like, it's 100%. And
Oh no, I didn't see one after that.
Well, what happened is that I mean, I don't know if I fully believed in it or not.
The last
like,
one was about the
80/20. I don't
video
know
that
if
she
I really thought
posted.
that
I didn't see
100%
anything
or not.
after that.
But
I think you just said something.
I think at that time I wanted to believe that too.
Right.
You have to understand that I
Yeah.
also wanted
Yeah.
to
'Cause-
not, be 100% gay, because that would mean all of this is like has to happen. Like I was thinking in my head, well, maybe I could still do this or still do that and it would be fine, right? And so I'm trying to think of scenarios where it would be okay.
Yeah, and you know what? He also has said that. He said that you tried to pray, and I think a lot of people go through this.
Oh yeah.
He tried to say, God, why does this happen to me? I pray this is not true. Let me
Right.
be normal. Not normal. I'm saying normal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But let me be.
I understand.
Like, you know, saying you're straight. I want to be straight. I want to be straight. He's trying to be. He was praying that
Not
to happen
Lucius.
and not understanding why he's the way he is.
Right.
So like that. But I'm very very disturbed.
I know, y'all. I don't have it sped up
You
either.
have-
This
there's
is
so many,
this is
people that are homosexual. Parents that are Christian, they throw their kids out.
Right.
Or they don't
Yeah,
have
this
no
is on
type of
normal
shit.
playback.
They're homeless. There's a lot of.
You eating some ice? Oh, I love some good ice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that are homeless because the parents throw them out. They disown them.
Yeah.
These are pastors, deacons, ministers, or people that's supposed to be of the gospel that that disown their kids, and I cannot understand why or the father.
Yeah, I think I'm a
have no relationship with their child or treat them different, and I just
Thank
thank
you.
God that God has placed it in our heart.
Thank you.
To be able to love our kids
let me see. Gina and the Gifted.
To caveat off of that, I was talking
Do your
about
thug
how,
thizzle.
about the HIV and AIDS epidemic, and about like how not a lot of
Do
it was
what you
talked about,
do what you do.
in the media and any sort of like
I'm leaving it up to
real
y'all.
News, in a sense of like how many people actually were affected by it.
Right.
And hundreds of thousands of
I
men
didn't know
to
that.
date were dead or have died from it. And not just men, obviously, people of all age or genders can die from AIDS. But I think that what was real about it, or when I had taken a class and I had a unit on it, and I had
Suga Honey Ice
a lot
Tea.
of other information about it, just being gay and seeing people online and stuff who have gone through it or whatever.
Hey, Ty.
In the beginning, because they thought it was a gay man's disease, everyone, especially
It's
in the
Nisha.
country, they were like, "Oh well, this is God's revenge on them." So they took their sweet time.
Why they
trying
wanna
find
discuss
a
this
cure.
now?
Obviously, there's no cure, but
You know what? That's a great question. That's like the $1 million question of, and I don't think he's ever answered it. But that's the $1 million question of why now? Like, why are we getting these videos now opposed to, I don't know, any other time? Like maybe when he was in college or, whatever the case may be. Clearly he was in college and he wasn't really making videos for real. But that's the one thing that people want to know is like, why now? Why? Because everybody knows, everybody knew. I don't know if there's one person, well, I wasn't really reading the comments under their videos, but I don't know one person who was like, you're what? Like just shocked as shit. Like, hey, welcome in. I don't know anybody who was shocked as shit. But what I can say is Darius has always been like himself, but it seems like ever since he's made the videos, he's like, more himself, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, not weird, but yeah, I don't know. That's the $1 million question. Yes, Darius gave it. I feel like he is obsessed with his identity. Does that make sense? Ooh, expound, and obsessed.
Still to this day, but like treatment and all that other stuff.
B Love's
really
life,
slow because,
her husband and her son Darius.
See how quick we got the COVID vaccine out? Because it affected everyone. But when you have a population of people who you don't really care about, would you make a vaccine for them?
I don't think that's right though. A human is a human. I mean, a person is a
But
person.
that's the way they did it. If it was a something where it only heavily affected Black people, and they just were like, we're not going to make a vaccine for that. Sorry.
Right.
And we were just dying, and no one was talking about it, no one was saying anything about it. We would feel some type of way about that in our community.
Right.
And that's what happened, is that still to this day, people don't understand how devastating the HIV and AIDS epidemic was in the 80s, or from the 70s and on.
It was 80s. But
80s and 90s.
Yeah, it was really prep.
Right.
It was
And
really
you guys didn't hear about it until it started affecting people
80s,
you knew.
like 80s, 90s.
Right.
And we heard it. We was like, what is this thing? And then
Right.
Magic Johnson had
Right.
HIV. We was like, what? Wait, what's going on?
Right.
He said, like, obsessed with having a character to play and information to give, like he's fulfilling a character role and using the science as the excuse for why his parents should accept it. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Maybe we gonna get a reveal of his man or boyfriend, and that's why he coming out now. Is Darius the first gay person they know? I mean, I think it's different from knowing someone who's gay and then having your child whom is gay. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think it's a little bit different. Like sometimes people assume these roles and go so hard because it makes them feel needed in society. Huh. Okay, Tanae. Talk that talk.
And all of
Okay.
that, yeah. But what I do want to say is that it's crazy, and I don't know if you want to talk about this in a segment. This might come up in one video, but how people think that your child is gay because the father he was around the mother more.
Yes,
or he was around
GMC.
I mean, okay.
It's the truck.
We've seen it. It doesn't.
miles
Okay.
the father.
We've seen that, right? So you have young men raised with just their mama, aunts, grandmama, aunties, right? And not saying that they're the cause of it, but we see when there's no we've seen it. Like it's TikTok videos where the little boy have on heels and shit and the mama be yes baby yes, you know what I'm saying, or the little boy be twerking and shit, like, and it's at a young age, and so it's just like, not saying that, again, not saying that the mama or the aunties or the grandmama or whatever is the cause, but, and not saying that they would not be if the daddy was present. It's just that, like, not a lot. There are some guys' stories of, I was raised with only my mom and my sisters, my aunts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they correlate. Like, it correlates for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to say what I'm saying, but not say what I'm saying, but say what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? All I just hear is Mary's 411 going on in my head. Not Mary's. What's the 411, son? Yes, like, needed to be seen and heard. There's something psychological going on. You think so? Okay.
And that is crazy.
You got a point about the encouraging videos out there. Hey, lovely. Hey.
He's very manly, and
you said you agree too.
My dad.
Yeah, he's been close to that, and when I tell you, my husband was with Darius, raised Darius and Dalvin as equally as I raised him. I'm talking about going places with him by themselves. They'll go to different places. Spend time together and everything. And I'm just like, what is going on? Why do people say that? Oh, he didn't have a father at home, that's why he's gay. Or he had his father around. His father was doing his own thing, and he was just with the mom all the time. I said, no, that's not true.
It goes back to what I was saying. When you're on the outside and you're unaffected by something,
they seem to be still, like, I don't know, like, in a bubble. Like, to say that, like, he's on social media, she's on social media, Nate may not be on social media for real, but to say that they're, like, on social media and it's still, like, that naiveness that's there is a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand why somebody would come to that conclusion. It may not be the right assumption, of course, because clearly Nate has been in Darius and Dalvin's life consistently in the household, all that good stuff. But it's not a known fact, but it is a part of the conversation of the masculinity factor, and and like, who would you be if gay wasn't your identity. When you are attention seeking and have that need for attention, you would do whatever it takes to assume the role. Wow, that's deep. This is actually a hard cross to bear to be born gay as a boy, which means your little boy parts jump tingle. The gift. I'm not about to. Not your boy parts jumping and tingling around. I'm not. Yeah, I just can't. Yeah, like they still trying to process it. Yeah, like what? Like even if you not affected, like we, I don't.
You have the luxury of looking at a situation and casting judgment on it. Right. But when you are in that situation and familiar with all the inner workings of it, you look at it a different way. You process it a different way. Right. If you go back to the last video, where he and I were talking about that, that's what happens. Is like you
Hey,
get a
love
chance
always.
to see it as this is your child. Like this is not somebody who's not affiliated with you that is going through something in your life. It's very personal. And so you do walk through a different process and thinking.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I just read your comment. Love always. I can see that.
Who your child is with, more or less. You know what I mean?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I feel too that even us being.
But don't dismiss it though. Like just because that's not y'all story in y'all household, don't mean that it's not a thing. Like don't dismiss it like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a taste of truth. Like. You know, and there could be there's boys who's raised with a hey, who that? There's young men and young women who come from both parents in the household, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And, you know, it just is what it is. But yeah, y'all. You gotta get out that bubble, y'all. I know y'all Christian and you know, but social media. It's all over social media. It just is. Like
Christians and have been in a Christian home. It's just that you have to.
You don't think so?
Pray and ask God. You know, I want to love my.
Do you think he will ever be
in a pure way without judgment or making him feel some type of way? Because sometimes you can really run them away to the point where they want to commit suicide or they want to have low self-esteem. They want to be. They're not going to be feeling accepted. They're going to have that rejection feeling, or you don't want to have your child feel that way. And I know that you know sometimes we have a very joking type of thing, but he knows within his heart, he knows that we love him. And we want to shun him and be like, oh, we're not going nowhere with you. Oh, do not wear that with me. Darius is with his purses. We could be with his dad or me, and we're not sitting there judging him and saying we're not going to want to be with him. He can go to church with us. And your dad like, oh, you come to church with me, we're not ashamed.
Stitch Fix. Anyone can have a style.
Well,
it's easy.
It sounds good. She said we could go. Darius ain't going into no church house. And like that's just not, you know. I think both parents are trying to accept what they accept what they are not ready to accept, and it seems to be painful to know the truth now, although they had their suspicion in regards to his sexuality. Okay, y'all getting in y'all bag tonight. Yeah, I understand waiting until he was mature, but we all knew he was gay. What's understood don't need an explanation. If he was good, if he was going to avoid it, just don't talk about it at all. It's a lot of stuff be loved, don't address. Big facts.
It definitely took me a while to get even comfortable to be wearing purses or something
like
that.
Yeah.
No, just in general. Okay. But also, too, because I've also have, you know, the same upbringing being black, just the masculinity and what that looks like. Yeah. It's difficult. I had to figure out, like, what I wanted to be for myself because I've never been able to like hide my femininity in the way that I act, but I felt like I've always like I always used to dress masculine and all that stuff. I dress so feminine now, but like I definitely am comfortable in my own skin. I wear women's jeans and women's clothing and whatever because I think that if it looks good, I'm gonna wear it, kind of thing. And that took me going into college and figuring out myself to be able to do that. But still, even now, I still have struggled with like a toxic masculinity still because it's just ingrained in our society of like, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't wear this, whatever. And there's a lot of times where I'll be confident like wearing something or whatever, and I'm looking in the mirror like, oh, this looks good, or at the store, whatever. But then I actually go out and wear it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, are people looking at me or whatever? Like I think I look good, and I'm always more confident inside the house than I am outside. Yeah. And so there was a couple things I want to say. So then also.
But that's not toxic masculinity, Darius. Well, I mean, from his perception, it could be. My opinion, that's not toxic masculinity because the world says that men are supposed to be masculine. That doesn't make it toxic. That just, girls are supposed to be feminine and boys are supposed to be masculine. Like, that's just, that's just the thing. Oh, this video is making, I'm feeling tense. Baby, this is Darius' soft launch before he comes out in full woman clothes, hair, and makeup. They knew years ago, but these videos are just to educate parents how to handle the experience instead of throwing their kids out because they feel embarrassed. Facts. Hey, Keita, big facts. It seems like Darius wanted to address more than his parents did. Yeah, because Darius was probing. Darius had, y'all, I got a little home. Darius had follow-up questions and all types of stuff. So he wanted to know. Now it's like Darius is just yapping. They don't know what to do, and Beloved is trying to remain neutral. Yeah, because Nate ain't said that in a minute, huh? Toxic is the new word, right?
With the thing that bothers me in my coming out video, I tried to make education of the second part of the video. I told you both about that. And the reason why is because there is so much miseducation about like why people are gay, etc., etc. And a lot of people think, oh, it's because you didn't have a father figure or whatnot, or whatever. Which makes if you
grew up in a single mother home, what does that make you gay? No.
If you think about anything for longer than 2 seconds, you'll realize that a lot of the arguments are stupid. If you have a boy or kids who grow up with their father, are the girls going to be lesbian? Have you ever thought about that? No, they don't. That doesn't happen. You don't ever say that. You don't ever see it because that's just not how it works. You don't just all of a sudden become whatever parent you're with. Right. People grow up in single homes all the time, single parent homes all the time. And so then
I think what it is that from what I've heard in the social media streets, it's not necessarily corrected by the moms. You know what I'm saying? Like the moms take it and run with it as where the dads try to quote unquote correct it. If that makes sense. Cause I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all seen the TikTok videos. We're not aloof.
I'm sorry. Well, the last thing to say with that was,
but no, it's not guaranteeing that your son is going to be gay because he's raised with his mom. No, that's not that. But it's the image. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all seen it on social media how a lot of these black moms specifically act with their boys. Either they want either hey Naomi, either they acted like they sons is they boyfriends, low key, and not like in a crazy way, but like you want your child to dress, you want your son to dress like you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it on social media. We like, why is you like you need to go get a man, like, cause what? Or like I said, the little boys is, it's videos on TikTok where the mamas tell the son, go get my heels. Like he don't need to. Let me shut up because I'm gonna get canceled. Darius gonna make me
that really bothered me. I remember. It wasn't a prophetic word. But we went to this. I went with my dad to this church. It was like an all men's kind of thing. Yeah. Or something like that. And we were all in the front, just standing in line. Was he gonna prophesy?
This amazing card game is Doom. It's a game where you try to survive the end of the world.
But y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Please tell me y'all understand what I'm saying through all my jibber jabber.
He was doing something like
He was praying for people.
Praying for people, whatever. And then he got to us, and he literally, I'm like, I'm 14 or something. I'm still young. I'm still young. I'm in middle school still, or whatever. And at the time you're not thinking anything about church. You're just with your parents or whatever. And I'm just sitting there in the front, and he like literally says like, you need to be in your son's life more. I can tell he hangs out with his mom or blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This and that.
No, he said
in front of everyone
something about something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
he said something like that.
He said I specifically remember he said you need to be in my life more.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how does he know?
Okay, tonight is in the bag tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does he know how much time you spend with me?
But see, he was trying to. Okay, so first off, for those of you guys,
thank y'all.
Church, especially familiar with,
I'm trying not to get canceled tonight.
He was trying to communicate something that he wasn't willing to say straight up
in front of him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he was trying to communicate the fact. The reason why I know is because he had a conversation with my pastor at the time, who then had a conversation with me and talked about what he had picked up. And so basically he was saying that he saw feminine he saw feminine spirit on you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Well, and that's what it was, is that he didn't want to come out and say that in front of everybody.
Right.
So he decided to say what he said in that way, and basically,
Yeah, like he got it, like he was trying to get it all out.
Maybe teaching him more masculine things, but again,
Okay, well, why not you do that?
Somebody doesn't know.
Well, he didn't have to do any of that though, in front of everyone.
I understand.
And I knew that at 12 or 13. I was like, this is crazy.
So he wasn't telling me anything that I didn't already know.
Right.
You know,
We had already had the conversation.
Yeah,
as a family, we already knew it. We knew that about 3 years prior to that.
I don't think that I had made the connection that he was basically saying that, like,
Aw, thanks, Ty.
because like those kind
He's
of
proud of
concepts
himself.
like,
I
you know,
hope
being
this
able to
will
bridge
be
the
the
gap
end
between,
of it. Me too.
you
He
didn't
said
know
this
their
is the
son
final
or-
talk,
or
y'all.
to me, I'm
So
like, what does that
hopefully
really
the
mean?
next
But
one is like a
honestly,
clothing
when I
haul
did
or
just a little
something.
bit
Shit.
older, I understood what he was trying to say, and that really bothered me that he did that in front of everyone, and then just just all of it. I just didn't feel like it was his place to say that or do any of that or whatever the case may be. And then to talk to the pastor about it, and then to, you know, I don't know.
Well, we don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe he asked him, like, well, what did you mean about that?
Right.
Because obviously, you know, when you're a pastor, you are, you know, you're responsible for your sheep.
Yeah.
And
Not your sheep.
And knowing how to pray best.
I don't know how I feel about that statement. Not you responsible for your sheep.
Was a follow-up question too. Well, what did you mean? You know what I mean? I don't know how the conversation came about. If it was sought out or if it was.
I'm ready for the new content. They dragging this
out.
out at this point because we only 20 minutes in, child.
He didn't say, but that did happen around that age when I was just figuring out like my own self and trying to, you know, navigate all of this and like figuring it out. I just remember being in the back of not in the back of the church, but like in that area outside the doors or whatever. And it was a whole sermon about gay people. And I was just like, this is so crazy. I was just sitting there and hearing Pastor Charles talk about, I don't know the details because I don't even know why I was all the way in the back by myself. But I think I was on my phone or something. But I was listening to it. I was like, this is just so crazy. And at that time, you know, you think you're 13 years old trying to figure this out. Right. And now I'm being portrayed in the pulpit as like,
Darius might be using this video as like therapy. It feels like he's saying everything that he didn't get a chance. He never really got a chance to say, and he's using his platform and things to say it. It's feeling like he's feeling a little therapeutic, low key.
That's going to hell, and I'm like, what is going on? So I don't know.
They need a cause to fight for it to be seen and heard tonight. Child of Gen Z's.
I was gonna say it.
I don't want to. What?
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm trying to think of what to say. It slipped my mind. What I was about to say about the
We'll come back when you get it.
Come back.
But anyway, so the last question I was going to ask is what I asked it too. Is like, what was I going to say? Oh, how are you different now than you were before? Like before you had kids.
This is what I want to say.
Okay, say it.
Okay, I really want to say this. I want to say is that when you've never been around a child that is trying to figure their sexuality out, right? Mm-hmm. And you're very uneducated. You know zero. Right. You're like, you goose egg. You're like, what? Mm-hmm. And then that's why you respond the way you respond, or you feel like you homophobic and the things
for
you say.
Real, Ty. Me too.
Child, they try to educate you.
Have a cat? Stop
I'm always in the bushes watching, and you have me laughing. I love watching your reviews. You do so well. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's a child that is, you know.
Yeah, that's a big conversation, discussion, especially in the Black community. He got his platform, so I'm gonna let him live.
They're around them because they always going to say homophobic slurs or maybe say things that probably hurt their feelings. Like, okay, what did I say wrong? Did I say something wrong? And you're like, yeah, you said this wrong. That offended me. And you're like, how did that offend you? And you're like, because this is what I deal with. This is what this. They so much more like educate. You're like, okay, I don't understand this. It's like it's a learning curve for everybody around. Like,
I think it is low key.
So when me and Nate are in prayer, we be asking God to help us to, you know, understand him more as a person because we don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all be asking him to deliver him from evil.
Family, we raise them up in Christ. They're grown.
And he does have a psychology degree. Okay. Not Darius using his degree.
We have done our jobs. But my thing is,
not deliver us from evil. Y'all remember that movie? That movie was
where they act and go into prayer, whatever.
Yeah, and I think I think that to your point about the
Yeah, they're
learning
roommates.
process, I think the only thing that I would say to add on to that is as you are going through it, we have to take the initiative to go out and learn.
Right.
But it's just hard to find good sources, or at least, I mean, how do you type that in? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, we just have to be more mindful and trying to learn, just like any other situation where there is
Hit the
prejudice
thumbs up
involved.
for the one and the
We have to be
two.
more mindful of how we interact, because it's not purposeful a lot of times. A lot of times it is just things that you've grown up with that used to be just very normal.
Because stuff that you would say, like, oh, you can't say that's a slur. That's why I'm asking Darius, can I say that? Because you don't know we're going to get canceled here. Hey, this thing,
There's
I
just
don't
so
know.
much of that now.
But my thing is, like, and like I said, even though,
Did you?
and I don't know, because they always say, when I say hate the sin, not the person.
Oh,
sinner,
hate the sin, not the sinner. Which
what?
is
Is
problematic.
that it?
Hate the sin, not the sinner. Right?
No, it's
The person, hate the sin,
hate
not
the
the
sin
person.
and not the person. No, it's not. It's not that. I think it is what he said.
Whatever.
Hate the sin, not the person?
I don't
swear it's
know.
hate the sin, not the person.
Whatever.
Something like hate the sin, not the sinner. Anyways, and that's, we are Christians, and we were, we believe that, it's wrong to be gay.
Right.
That's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible
That's what the Bible
says.
says,
And
Yeah,
my
there
thing
are.
is, that's,
They should go to some.
what we believe, but
That would be
we
a
don't
good video
want
for
him
Darius to go
we don't want to say that.
make a video
We
about
hate you.
that.
We don't hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit there and say judge you and judge you. That's what they are. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
this is what I was trying. I'm not to cut you off, but that's exactly what I was saying in the previous video. Is that I believe God is love, and I believe that we're called to love people. Period. Point blank. There's nothing else after that. We're called to love people.
That's what we're
And
trying to
there is
figure
a
out. I
judge,
hope he
and
tells
will
us.
judge all of us. And we are not
Regardless
him.
of what
We are not him.
we are not him, and we are not in. And everybody has to be accountable for what they do in their own right. And that's whether you believe in God and you don't. I don't know, but that's what we believe. And I ain't saying that you believe that, but my thing, that's what we believe. But we still love our son 100%, and he knows that he can call us anytime, any day. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna sit here and just shun him or whatever. And also, I want to say too is that I know some of y'all like, why you ain't say he was gay? Why y'all didn't say that was so secretive? Because I respect my son.
Right.
Both my children to the utmost, and I feel that if you are going to, that should be his job to tell you and his decision to come out the way he want to come out. I am not going to do that to him. That's so disrespectful.
Right.
I would never say, oh, do you know my son is gay? And he this, he that. No, that's not for me to tell. That's for his story. That's not my story. It's his story, and that's why so many people say, oh, does she know this? Yes, we didn't know when he was younger. But we knew before him.
Below, why you so turned up? Why you so animated?
Before him, but like I said, it's not my job.
Why you so animated? Everybody knew
to tell his story. Darius is old enough to tell her, and that's why we have not said nothing. Everybody like, oh, she don't know. She think he gonna have kids.
But see, this is the thing. The thing it is, like, people that say that either don't have children at all.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's just unfathomable. It's unfathomable that you can have.
Yeah, she sound mad. Like, what you mad at, B-Love? Who did it?
You would have to. If somebody.
B-Love, tell us who did it.
Oh, they definitely know. They're just choosing not to say.
Exactly.
Because you were experiencing life with your children, and you know.
Hey, Hubba, hey.
It just doesn't make any sense that you would.
And the way Darius is.
Right. I think it's very interesting. Like me not, or just seeing what people create when you don't
Hey,
put something
Ryan.
there.
Right.
And so, like, over the years, we've all seen comments and read comments. I've seen the craziest things, and it's so funny because obviously we all.
Oh, well,
in our personal
I'm
lives.
sorry.
I
This
know
is
I
an
heard
adult
stuff
live.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to go ahead and leave.
She's lying to the back. She don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Stevie Wonder 2.0, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, calm down. Everyone calm down. She does know. And so then I'm just thinking about all of these videos that I'm about to come.
Just made it out to the Nike store. I need to get a few new fits for summer. Super excited to try on some new Zeppies. Come on.
Thank you guys for holding
Yeah,
it
but
down.
like in the future, at some point, like at that time, I didn't know when I was.
Yeah, we did, Hubba. They took care of it. I was had my finger on it, and they was already the gift was already on it.
This is his story.
Right, and so I just think reading the comments for all these years and years of stuff, and people were in the comments all the time talking about the whole maybe his dad is not doing this and his dad is not doing that, and what does Nate think about it?
What does Nate think about it? They told me I was gay. So
Right, that's what they say. That's why they say that's where you got it from.
Yes, I've seen it all.
see that. I haven't seen that before, but not a lot. I've seen a lot though of the oh well, he wasn't in his life and he didn't do this and this and that, and or really that I'm a disappointment to my dad, specifically because of how, and I told you that's piggybacking off of how Black people view masculinity. Of course, you know, a masculine father is going to be upset that their son is gay and this and that. So they made all of these speculations about our relationship, and you see Darius is not comfortable around his dad, and all this stuff that they make.
Child, some Zatarain, shrimp Alfredo.
And that's the thing that you guys don't understand. Y'all didn't see it when we had that meeting and confronted him the first time. He actually hugged him and said, "It doesn't matter, son. I love you for who you are," and they cried together. You know, and there was a moment where we all hugged. We were all in tears because you got to understand, no matter what, if your child coming to you like that, it's hard for them to come to you tell you that, number one. And it's hard for the parents to hear it, number two. So everybody's in shock. Everybody's in devastated. Everybody's going through these changes, and it's going to be uncomfortable for a while. And then it's going to get to the point where you just say, it is what it is, and you have to accept it. But with them, I'm just happy I'm married to a husband that has a good heart, that knows, knows Christ and led by Christ, but knows how to.
Oh, it was good. I had put a little hot sauce on it.
And no matter what, and I say, "Oh, baby, I'm kicking him out," because that would have caused a problem. You know, I'm kicking him out. He needs to be on the street. I'm not having I don't want no parts of him.
A lot.
But that happens a lot.
And it happened in the height of the AIDS epidemic. So people, you got to think about all these kids, 12, 13, 14 years old, on the street in New York City. And
I read that
all of the gay population in the area dropping like flies, going to 2-3 funerals a week, and people not. I saw this video of this guy who had obviously been through it. He's passed away now, but he couldn't get his hospital room cleaned. They wouldn't give him food. He died in his bed next to his mom. And they wouldn't even go into the room to like clean it or give him any food or anything like that. And so, because he had AIDS, they thought he was gonna get AIDS. They thought.
So they was ignorant about it.
They were ignorant about it, but they were also hateful. When they finally got somebody to come in there and like clean his floor and clean everything or mop it or whatever, before she left, she was like, I just would really wish you would hurry up and die so we can get this room. Yeah, she said, I really wish you could hurry up and die so we can get this room to somebody else or we can like go back to normal or whatever.
Damn.
And that was happening to so many people back in the 80s and 90s.
That's bold.
Thinking about Magic Johnson and Eazy-E or whatever. So all of those people were high profile cases of it, but this was happening on a normal basis, and this could have been you guys in a different as a different people, you know, at a different age. Yeah. It could have been the 90s, and I could have gotten AIDS, and we not know what it was or how it worked.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
So like it is.
And that people that are in marriages, 40, 30-year-old marriages, and have never ever came out because of the
I was talking to you about that.
Of how they feel that it's like a lot of them are trapped, like, okay, I'm gay, but I don't want to tell my wife or because my loved ones, they would disown me and this and that, and and they're not really in love. They're not really in love with the person they're with. They're just it's a mask, it's a cover up. Just because, but it's a lot of people in those situations, especially in our age range, because we grew up where it was shown. You come out and say you gonna be. Everybody's coming at you.
She says the same stuff that I said.
Listen, I haven't even seen this video, y'all. I hope y'all know that. This video, I have not seen the video that they did together. It's just the things that we think about. It's like, man.
So I think that was basically all that I had said. I actually learned a lot from you, or a lot of the behind the scenes stuff from a parent's perspective that I had never really asked or talked about before. I obviously had my own journey of me being comfortable with it and everything like that. What I was going to say was, I think that it was also difficult for me, just this last piece of growing up in a Christian household too, because there's a lot of layers to this.
Yeah,
it's not just me figuring out. I had to figure out myself. I had to realize that other people weren't the way that I was. I had to realize, okay, how to manipulate people for views. When I got older, I realized how that interworks with my blackness, because again, it's a whole different conversation when we're talking about
the thing is too, like, he may have, it's said, reach one, teach one. You never know who is subscribed to you. You never know who is going through something that's subscribed to you. You never know who is watching Darius, be it male, female, that's, trying to come out to their family or whomever the case may be. So I'm not saying like his videos aren't I think his videos, I honestly believe his videos probably have helped a couple people. Honestly, that's just what I think. Cause you just never know. With 200 and some thousand subscribers, you just never know like who he may have somebody, a 14, 15-year old probably shouldn't be watching Darius because he's much older, but uh 18, 19-year old male who don't know how to approach the topic, don't know how to approach the conversation, don't understand the why, like you know
Black community.
Right.
Even your religion, even the way you think about spiritual.
Right, and then on top of that, my parents being super religious and super Christian, so then like having all of those pieces moving and working together, and having to figure out where I stand on things and what I see things, or the way I see things, and so
the outskirts of your family trying to tell
yeah, that too, or like what people think of me or whatever, and it's like I feel like it was a blessing and a curse that I am the way that I am because of the fact that I don't really need
Stitch Fix.
My stylist totally gets me. Anyone can have a stylist with Stitch Fix. It's so easy.
Come out. People are gonna know regardless, and they're gonna like. I didn't have this big like. All of a sudden, everyone in the comments going, "Oh my God, he's gay! I didn't know." They already knew, obviously.
Right.
So it makes it a little bit easier because the people who stick with you or who are like nice to you, they already know. So like they might have their own preservations of what they think or whatever, but they're treating you the way they would have regardless, right?
And I really appreciate that video you did when me and you did, and people were saying we accept you for who you are. We don't care,
Right.
and I absolutely adore that. There's so many people in the comments
Yeah,
that was
yeah, we love Darius.
Not very sweet, and they said we don't care.
It's that other one that we trying to get used to.
Right. Your personality, we love you for who you are, and that was very touching and heartfelt because I feel that a lot of people thought that Darius, he needs to already come out. I think he's so scared to come out, and he's like he has been living his life for this for years, like over a decade. You guys just don't know, but he has been.
Oh, we knew.
He has been himself.
Darius did a whole video with a purse with his name.
He's not himself, and he's so shy and timid. He don't know how to be free.
Right.
Like y'all must be twisted and messed up. Okay. Y'all must be twisted and messed up because he is who he is every day, all day, regardless. And y'all can see in the comments. I mean, in the videos, obviously.
That's what he is, though.
Yeah.
A tube talk, all types of stuff.
You get to know.
I don't know what them people was watching.
Very selfless, always thinking about other people.
Yeah.
And the things that they're going. I mean, ad nauseum, y'all. Like seriously, like it could be a waiter, waitress at the table. Like she's just very, very emotionally intelligent. Very, very much so. Very caring.
For everybody.
Yes,
I mean, all races, all colors,
I would agree.
all genders, it doesn't matter. He is taking up, he is going to go the whole mile.
He gonna go to bat for you for
yes,
sure.
For
like,
sure.
He don't like no prejudice, just no marginalizing any group at all around him. It will not go on.
Right.
And he's outspoken. He's gonna say something about it. He's definitely the only activist I know in our family. Whether he's actually an activist, but he's definitely vocal about everything.
And you will see more of that.
And you know what? I think what it has done for me personally,
a little bit of straight face.
It has helped me to look at things differently, open up my mind, search for things, and I found a lot of things just in my knowledge base that's been wrong. Just like you've been fed this over the years, and then you just thought you just thought you knew that this is what it was, and then he's like, "Well, have you ever fact checked that?" And then I go to look it up stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I was taught wrong." And he is the one that will get you to.
I agree, Rosie. I agree.
And them two, they debate every day, all day, and I'm gone.
I think it's super healthy to challenge your perceptions, to challenge what you think you know, because even at my age, I'm 45, I think I know a lot of things, but I found out that a lot of the things that I thought I knew, I was actually wrong about. And that is just because you learned this stuff 20-something years ago. Guess what? There's more information out there now on those things. And it's been refreshing to be able to have an honest debate on multiple subjects, lots of things, y'all. And to be able to take in new information, figure out what that means for you.
And they in Chicago helping Darius get settled. I'm just saying.
you in terms of like, how are you managing your life around this information, or what's been in the past, and what do you decide to do in the future differently? How does that change your thought process about these things? And when I say these things, I don't get into details because it's so many things. Right. Like it's a lot of stuff. I'll bring up one comment and he'll say, nah, that doesn't sound right. And he'll just go fact check it, and I'll be like, oh, well, I guess I didn't know that. So I think that we just bounce off each other debate wise, and it's healthy. I think it's very healthy.
I think
But they don't hate each other after. They just like, okay.
Of course not. I think that is you're going to have different, you've said this many times before too, is you're going to have different relationships with different parents. And so that's how we spend our time, like doing things like that or whatever. Yeah. Just like more on the intellectual side, talking about things, opinions, whatever. And that's like entertaining for us to have these discussions about it. And then I'm different with my mom. And I think that's another thing people also like, would always say that I act differently between people.
It's true, because that's the dynamic. Yeah, that's their dynamics. Like me and Dalvin has a different dynamic than me and Darius, because that's just how it is.
And my dad and Dalvin
and everything. That's just how life is. When you have multiple children, they have different personalities, and you cater to them based on their personality, their circumstances, and everything. Yeah. And it's just different. And the people that do not have several children do not understand. You can't treat each child the same and have the same dynamics with every child that you have. It's going to be different.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that you don't love them or you have more favoritism with this one. Now, when me and Nate, we treat both our kids equal. Whatever one get for Christmas, and we spend that much on that one, we spend that much on the other. Yeah. You get this one don't get that one. Says that. That's how we are. We've always been like that, because we don't want them to think that there's differences in between them.
Yeah. We work very hard over
to do that.
The years to make sure, thoughtfully, not to make any difference between our children.
Yeah, because we see that all.
Is it just me, or every time they have like these types of conversations with Darius, they always have to make sure that people know that like Dalvin is still like also like, loved? Like y'all don't have to keep reinforcing that thought. Like it is what it is. Like it's a big difference.
Too much.
I agree.
Marcus is a connoisseur.
But you ain't gotta keep saying like, oh, what we do for Darius, we do for Dalvin. What we spend on Darius, we spend on Dalvin. Like, okay.
Talk to them or whatever.
But love looks different though.
Yeah.
Between each child, because every one of them, like she said, have different personalities. They go through different things in their life. Maybe one gets in more trouble, one gets in less trouble, or vice versa. And you have to deal with those individual situations. And that may change the relationship, or in that moment be a little bit more friction, but at the same time, it's like, that's love.
Sugar
that's
baby.
The kind of love you needed at that moment. And now in this moment, it's different. And for each child going throughout the process of learning in their lives, they're going to get different types of love from their parents in order to develop them. And hopefully they take that into their relationships with their kids too.
Yeah, and I think that kids too understand more when they have kids. Because they'll come to you like, Mom, Dad, oh wow, now I understand. I didn't know.
Child,
that's
Gina,
why
come
you
get
guys
him.
did that the way I did me like that.
Come get him.
Now that I have kids, you know how you be saying, I ain't gonna never get my kids' name mixed up. Now I ain't gonna be calling them, you know how mom used to say Troy, Chloe, you're like,
I do that with your mom.
Yeah,
I agree.
Whenever I'm with her for a week or whatever, and I come back, I call you grandma and opposite.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you just, and you like, you looking dead at me. You looking right at me. How can you call me?
What are we talking about? Jesus, be the fence.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to do that.
I think
I'm at the end of the video, y'all, in case y'all was wondering, because I'm getting tired of shit.
Talking there is this.
My momentum is dropping.
So y'all heard his
I still feel like she treat them different. You should never show that you have a favorite.
Experience flowing out of him in a very activist tone, right? And I think that
that's what I'm like. What is that?
One of the things I'm most proud of from him is he's able to not only navigate the experience of all of this and the emotion of all of this, but also to articulate it in a way that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's not easy for some people to experience what they're experiencing, be able to speak about it, and then have someone on the opposite side hear it and say, that makes sense.
Right, that makes sense, right.
Right? And so I think that I hope and pray that you get an opportunity to continue to break down barriers, right? To educate, continue to just live your life, but also elevate to a place where you can help bring cultures together. Just be
Beautiful. So that was pretty much the excuse me. Pretty much the end of the video. Y'all, we haven't given him catnip since that day, actually. That's what I think I'm gonna do that when we get off camera. I'm gonna give him some catnip, and then I'm gonna go in the room, and then it's gonna be him and Jeremy. It's gonna be him and Jeremy off the catnip. Dalvin is annoying, so when I see they treat him differently, he was a problem child from what we have heard. True. Very true. I mean, Dalvin isn't stupid. Y'all shade him as a unit. He probably tired of y'all and can only handle it in small doses. Okay, okay. She's talking about the parentals in the back animating. Beloved Darius and Nate Shade Dalvin. What he do? I'm scared to give it to my cat. With catnip, it was, I've never been a cat person or whatever, and he just like turned up. He just got real. Look, see, and he don't care. He don't care that he be in the camera. He don't care. He just got real turned up. You are welcome. Yeah, he just get turned up for about 15, 20 minutes, and then he's like good. Then he's like super calm. Right? That's what I said, Hubble. Mercury already be turned up, so he really don't need none. But, why not? It's Tuesday. He said Dalvin is annoying. So, yeah, y'all, thank y'all for, stopping by and keeping me company and things of that nature. As y'all can see, he loves, borderline being in the spotlight. If you would like to see more of him, he has a channel. We should get into the psychology of Dalvin. You know what I'm saying? Because Dalvin is in Vegas, stressed the fuck out. I hope he had a good time for his birthday. But I don't know what it is about this city. This city, he wasn't like this in Houston. Shit, in Vegas, he's stressed. He don't know what to do with himself. Like, when I'm alone in my room, I sit and stare at the wall. Did they mention Dalvin's B-Day that just passed? No. It just went completely black when he walked by. Yes, because it's him. It's him. Oh, he's on the couch now. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's reach one, each one, teach one. I think the quality of this video was good. I think it just felt like dragged out, but mainly because of his parents, not because of him. I think if he was having this conversation like with a friend or something like that, like it wouldn't have felt as dragged out, but that's just what that is. And let me see what else I gotta say. Darius, we are happy for you. And where it appears your channel is going. We wish you the best out there in Chicago. You said her, yeah. I saw it before I got on here. We're not gonna react to it. If it's worth talking about, y'all know I'll do a quick little hey. I'll do a quick little 5-minute joint. You know what I'm saying? If it's worth talking about. Yep, he turned 30, and I hope he probably spent his 30th birthday with like Kristen and Jamil. Boo! No shade to them, but boo. I don't think Darius has true friends. The internet is his friend. That's why he's venting on. Tanae. Let me find out that you low-key a psychologist. I'm just playing. But Tanae is in her bag. I was reading the Gifted's comment and talking about you all at the same time. Not with Snoop on FaceTime. Child, well, happy birthday to Dalvin. I hope it's Vegas, baby. I hope you turned up on your birthday. I hope you put 300 on red or whatever, however that works. I don't gamble. Um, and of course, him and Nicole probably gonna turn up during the day when she gets back. Air quotes. Maybe she sent him some tit pics or something for his birthday. But yeah, I'm gonna go right, and it's 30 some degrees outside. She talking about heated pool. Fuck that pool being heated, child. Ooh, no. Really quick, if y'all haven't seen, I guess if you follow her on the Insta, whatever the case may be, she did post a picture of her dress. It was a nice looking dress. You know, I'll give credit where credit is due. It was a nice looking dress. It seemed like everybody else that was at the wedding was more dressed up, but dressed down from my view. But the dress that she had on, it was cute. It was cute. It didn't look bad. It didn't look bad at all. Not Homecoming '98. You made me just think of school days. It was given school days. No, I'm just playing. But no, it was cool. Do I watch? I've watched Lips, I think twice. Do I need to start back? Oh, and if somebody left a comment and said that did I catch Yummy Bites where she felt some type of way because B-Love didn't. I guess B-Love said that she was like the originator or the first one to do it or something like that. If y'all know the video where that conversation takes place, please let me know. Not addressing Peaches. Your mama call your oldest brother Lips. Got them soup coolers. Oh, I ain't heard nobody say soup coolers. No, I haven't watched them. Kita, where you? Hey, Ollie. Kita, where you go? How you ask me that? You disappeared. Kita, don't disappear on your girl. Don't disappear on me. Ollie, I'm about to head out. You know how I gotta get my rest, and it's only like 7 something. That's crazy. Can I just say, like, daylight savings time just hits different? Like, the darkness is different, or is it just me? Like, the dark is darkened. Like, I mean, yeah, it would be 4:30 and feel like it was 7, but damn it, it'd be 5 feeling like midnight. It's a different type of darkness out there. I'm just saying. Did y'all see the video of the girl saying, "Of course I'm a side chick"? What is it? Not of course. I'm a side chick. Of course I get my bills paid. Some shit, but she was ugly. I was gonna comment that, but I knew that was gonna be rude, so I didn't. But girl, not you over here talking about you the side chick and you over there with your eyes is on the side of your head. And I know mom be doing the shoulder lean or whatever, but still, she was funny looking. What else? Oh, did y'all see the video? See, I be on TikTok. That's what I spend, what I lay in bed and do for them sometimes is watch some TikToks. It was a TikTok video of was it NATO? Telling people that they need to go get radios and stuff over in Sweden because shit about to get real, and they don't want y'all to want y'all to not be able to communicate. It was another video. I forget where it was at. In one of the motherlands, and the clouds was on the ground. I said, see, that's all I can remember right now, though. Oh, and in that video that everybody stitching me, give me $50. You can't afford to give me $50. That shit tickles me. I tried to do one myself, but I couldn't get it together. He hasn't posted in a while, so I don't know. Oh, it seemed like a lot of YouTube couples is breaking up. People is giving up YouTube. Boy, let me tell you something. Y'all better get it together and spend 30 minutes out that 24-hour day and make them goddamn YouTube videos. Because let me tell you something for free. Clocking in and clocking out on the ship is what y'all not prepared to do on no day. So get your little $10,000, $15,000 checks, $8,000, $3,000, $4,000 checks, and budget wisely because you don't want to get back into the workforce. You don't want to do it. Not if you can help it. Who Raggedy? She is a raggedy YouTuber that does not listen to her subs with suggestions to grow her channel. Lord, I feel like those ribs gave me the itis. Fags. You saw the side chick video? Wasn't she funny looking? Like, let's just be honest. She was just mad funny looking. I'm starting to get tired of the I'm this and of course I'm this and I'm this and of course I do this. Like, I'm actually tired of, like, throw me out of that algorithm. I'm over it. Oh, you said you thought you saw that he was sick? Oh wow. I hope not. Is Jeremy nursing a busted head? His new animation had me rolling. Ah, Gina said she liked your animation. He can't hear me. He got his headset on. Very funny looking. I was like, oh, I can only imagine what the dude looked like. That's so mean. All that is so mean, and I take it back because God don't like ugly. But she was funny looking. Anywho, hey, unbeknownst to me, hey. So what had happened was, so we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here because let me see. Oh, I got me some turtles from Walgreens. I went to Walgreens, y'all. And I got me some turtles. So I'm gonna lay in the bed and eat my turtles and watch me a little tickety talk. There's some stuff that I need to catch up on Netflix that my coworker has been like, you need to watch. So I'm gonna start catching up on my Netflix shows as well. Yeah, if y'all see anything that may be video worthy or maybe live worthy, y'all know y'all can always let me know. Doesn't mean it's gonna make the cut, but you can let me know. And with that being said, you guys hit the thumbs up. Oh yes, child. Hit the thumbs up on your way in or your way out. Yes, unbeknownst, catch the replay for your girl. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hit the notification bell because, like I said, I might, you know what I'm saying? You might get one in about an hour, a quick little 5 minutes. I like that other girl on TikTok, low key, real quick. The one that be doing the Aldi's, where she be, we got an Aldi's haul, and you know what we like to do? Save coin. And she be like, Doritos, cheddar cheese, ranch, buy one get one free. I love it. I'm mad we don't have an Aldi's because for a store to have all that shit that be buy one get one free, we need one of those in Vegas. We need an Aldi's. If anybody got a plug on how we can get an Aldi's in Vegas, please tell them. But yes, I love you guys to pieces. You guys are dope as fuck. Ooh, the Sonic Burger. Okay, I may have to try it, B-Dub. Y'all, I will talk to y'all in another live. Love you. Have a good evening. Bye.